Hi everyone, welcome back for the final episode of Roxy's Journal of Stitchery May edition before we go into the last one for this block, volume 5. And I have done a whole heap of little stitches, not invisible, but the process was invisible stitching with the longer one at the back and a very tiny one at the front. And I've done it over the whole piece, so this is how it's looking so far. And I will be gluing it down. First, I did decide I wanted to put on some buttons on the sides. I just thought it would add a little bit of just extra, a little bit extra. Hope everyone's well and looking forward to the June edition of Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. Now this says Le Shirt, so there you go. I don't know that that makes any difference. I just thought it might be quite interesting to have some buttons on the side for some interest. And I think what I might do, I'm just looking around my desk. I know that these are the two colours that I've used. I possibly may use a bit of orange and just do a really long running stitch. But let's get the buttons on first. And what's everyone been up to? I've popped out to my friend's place at Ballarat, Black Hill to be specific, which is just a little tiny bit out of just away, you know, 5 minutes drive down the road from the main central part of Ballarat. And I'm going to put up a video, or I might have already. I think actually I might have already done it. Depends how I go with my timing and with interruptions. And yes, it's very fascinating because it was a gold mining town. So I will be telling you all about that. I won't go and tell you all about it in this one when I am going to do it in the other one. So I've got the video ready to go. I've just got to do the overdub. All right. A little pop out. A few people were putting these fabulous boxes of beads that you could get at Kmart. They did have I did pop in there, they did have the very, very tiny seed beads, but I don't like those so much because the needle you have to use is so small. And also, let's see, is that, I'm doing this by eye. Also, they're just fiddly, too fiddly now. I wanted the larger ones, but they didn't have any tubs of the larger size ones, just the seedy ones. So I didn't get any. I did find some sequins though for my little mermaid backdrop. Some blues and greens. Where are they? I found these ones. These have got bigger holes. They're quite large, these ones actually. But they'll be good. Where's the other? Oh, and they had the faux pearl in the different sizes. So even the smallest faux pearl isn't a seed bead. It's still, for me, a workable size. I'm just nattering here while I'm trying to sew. Oh, need eyes both sides, on the back of the button and on the front. Got it. Yeah, here's the greeny and bluey sequins. So they're going to come in handy, especially this. And these might go on the Goth Teenager mermaid. if you've been following the mermaid adventure along. What else did I find? I just found some of these longer, they're calling them tube glass beads, but there's some more greens, which I loved. Sorry, it's not Thrifty Thursday, but I've done a few of them and I thought, no. These ones have got mixtures of large to small to the longer beads. So I did spend some money. I didn't mean to, but I did spend some money. There you go. Happens that way sometimes. Okay, so you get what I'm talking about with the buttons. So I think I'll put 3 and 3, and just going to show you what I'm going to do, and then that way I can do some of it off camera. But I do want to use thickish lines, so I might use the whole thing, all 6 strands. Got to stop saying I might. I am going to use whole 6 strands. Now, has this got a big enough eye? Oh my goodness, how bent is that? Wow, I'm rough on my needles. I think it'll fit in, but I might need some help. This is what I imagined. I was going to come in and do quite a long running stitch like that. I'm glad I did the insert for my box. I think I did feel I was copping out a little bit just doing the wraparound, but honestly I had a few things on because it was mermaid. I had the extra, and oh look, you know, it is what it is. It just is what it is. And I had other projects I was getting ready to start after mermaid finishes, so we do our best, don't we, folks? So the update, was it this video I was nattering on in? Yes, I think it was. The update on the food stuff is that I have had more than a week off basically honeys, fruits, gluten, onion, anything with fructose like onions and garlics, and I was starting to feel really, really good. But then the issue is, and I did get my fructose intolerance test back, and it was not high, like not severely, like Lily can be very high if she has too many tomatoes or onions, but it was still in the realm of it's a thing. Well, let's do one at this end. But what I was going to say is, when you go out, it's so difficult. Like, I remember when Liz was a little baby and we thought, oh, she's not really digesting properly. Maybe she's got a gluten intolerance. So we thought, oh, we'll take her off gluten to check it out. Everyone around us was like, hippies, whatever. But it was amazing. Someone would give her a little apricot, like, I don't know. In Australia we have apricot bars, but you can get little squares of apricot, and they would have so much sugar and so much wheat in them. Grandma wasn't impressed that she wasn't allowed to give her any. But that's the difficulty if you've got a food intolerance or something. Oh gosh, people give you all kinds of crap about it. So I just today realised that I went to my friend's on the weekend in Ballarat, who is a vegan. And so she's pretty good with what she eats in terms of quality of the food and, you know, no extra products that might have additives and stuff like that. And I thought we would be safe having some roast vegetables. I thought, yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be good with that. So we had some roast vegetables, and we just had carrot, potato and parsnip, which was good. It was lovely. However, at the last minute, before she shoved them in the oven, she whacked on a pile of these spices. And I thought, oh. And it turned out it had garlic powder in it. And, you know, you've got to eat your dinner. You can't be can't be starving. And so in the middle of the night, there goes my pains. It's like pains all across the diaphragm and a sore back and pains. And it could have also been the spices, but that was it for me. I was like wrecked. I didn't sleep well because of the pain, and then I thought, honestly, I was going to make you all a video. I was going to pop into the mill in Ballarat. It used to be called the mill. It's now the antique market, and get some footage, and thought that everyone would like to see that. And I just felt too unwell, and I just wanted to go home. So I just came home, 7:30 a.m. rather than, she's used to me doing that anyway. She knows I get a bit overwhelmed with people and just come home. But yeah, that kind of meant that I didn't get to go to the mill, and I didn't get to go check out the bakery, which has quite a few good vegan and vegetarian options, and their flour often is a sort of more of a puff pastry than the white flour bakery pies. So it's actually a bit better for my digestion. I often find I get indigestion from bakery crappy flour pies. Anyway, that's what's going on with me with food this week. So today, after I came home, I've had a good sleep. I made myself a nice bit of gluten-free spaghetti with okra. I get this nice okra cooked with tomato, and of course tomatoes do have fructose, so it's also a bit of a risk to have that. But I had the okra with a little bit of a corn relish, which did have a bit of onion in it. But once you get your intolerances down, you can have little bits. You just can't, go over the top. So I did that, and I felt so much better. So that was good. And what else did I put in? Oh, some water chestnuts, because they're fairly bland. They're not really, I don't know, they're not highly irritating. So the more you know. I did manage to pop into an op shop the day before. I love it when I find an op shop that doesn't charge $4, $5 or $6 for a doily, but charges 50 cents. So I found one of them, which was great. Not telling you where it is. It's my secret. No, it was just out of Ballarat. Yes, so I got a couple of interesting bits, and I'll show them. When will I show them? Or maybe I'll show them after this. Okay, just get to to the end of this. I'm kind of not spending the time doing the buttons because they're a bit fiddly and they just take too long. So when I go off to get my doilies, I will turn the camera off and put the rest of the buttons on and then come back. Okay, I'm going to show you my little stash that I got. See, 50 cents. And I think that that's a good price, especially when there's like a little burnt candle mark or something, or a little hole. You know, it is pretty weird when something is damaged that they charge so much. So 50 cents in my book is a good price. This little one, stained, so they just say marked 50 cents. But, you know, we use them, don't we? We don't mind. I love these little edges on these ones. I like the shape of this one, even though I'll cut it down. This is just really sweet. I think this one was 50 cents as well. So nice few little bits and pieces that have just got bits of interest. Do you mind when it's 50 cents? Nope. Then we got $1 for slightly bigger ones. Wrong side. Beautiful, beautiful detail. Very soft to touch, very soft crochet on the edges. Lovely. So what a good shop that was, $1 everywhere. And then my friend, who is an avid op shopper, she doesn't buy this stuff, has told me of another one that she knows of, but it's a little bit of a drive, so we might plan a day to go and check that out. But isn't this gorgeous? Look at this detail and these little bits. These will be so good on a slow stitch project. I got a few and it was like, it's hardly anything when they're $1 each or 50 cents each. So this is like I think I would assume a napkin, a little stain, but it's beautiful linen, fine linen. And lovely, just lovely little flowers. Is that the back? No, that is the front. Looks like one's come undone a little bit, but does it matter? No, because I love this edging. I use this edging on a lot of things. So, even though I had a little bit of a complaint about the upset tummy, there were some really great things about that time away. This is a very weird shape. It's like, how weird is that? But, however, when this is cut into 4, perfect. That's a decent size. And the last one, which I thought was gorgeous, was this lady with a parasol in a cart with flowers and a horse. And someone's grandma obviously made it, but I just... it reminded me, it was very much like a Jessie Chorley type of mat or design, and I just really thought there's something that inspired me about it, and I'm not sure at all what I'll use it for, and I don't know that I'd cut it up, but it just inspired me, definitely. It triggered my mind. I love the flowers. I mean, I say I won't cut it up, but I might just take note of how some of the flowers are done and how the design is. And even these little starbursts with little fly stitches and around the wheel. But I love this. If I cut it up, I'm definitely using that on something. Definitely using these flowers on something. Definitely using that. Who knows? I'm not a big horse person, but I like it's cute. So that was my stash. Okay, back to the last episode of Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. So I have finished the buttons, and I've glued it down, which is much better because it's much easier to see. Is that better? I took out the smocking. Now I've lost it. Never mind. And I think this is it. This is my box. It's finished, and this will go around like this, and then we've got this on the side, and I think, was I having it like that? No, I was having it like that. And I'm just going to tie this on. I do like it, actually. I really like that outside. It's good when you like something you've done. It's not so good if you don't. Here we go. Tied on. And it's easy. You can move it on and off if you want to without having to tie it up or untie it. The other side, nothing extra, but this little one, that little thing's there. I love the back, actually. I could just display it like that. But anyway, someone made a comment they didn't particularly like the paper there. They liked the stitching, but that's okay. I just would have printed out onto material if I could get it to work. But this is what I made. And I'm happy. And so that's it. We have finished. Thanks for following along and coming along for the journey, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.